What y'all like about Kevin Austin's practice week last week, and kind of a shot at Russ, and then what did you see from the game?
Yeah, I think you watch him going back to training camp. He had a really good training camp, and he's been working his tail off, in the shadows and waiting for an opportunity. He made the most of it. Thought he did a good job in the game.
What does that mean when you say work? Like, what is he doing on the practice squad that you can identify as like, okay, he's definitely.
Yeah, when he's running cards for the defense, he's winning his one-on-one matchups. He's staying locked into our offense meetings, even though he's not active on those game days prior, and just being a professional.
Finally getting to part was getting on the field and seeing get that over-the-top element back there. How much did you think that really opened the offense back up to what it was the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, I thought that was big time to have him step up like that. Made some really good plays for us. Really blocked well in the running game. A guy that wasn't here very long, a couple of weeks, and integrated himself with the guys and worked slowly to get into the lineup and made the most of an opportunity.
For this scheme, what's kind of the history of how did you guys land on the center handling protections rather than the quarterback? Was it something your dad did, or was that something he learned? How did you guys kind of arrive at that?
You probably got to ask some of the old heads, but I think we definitely rely very heavily on the centers, and really Carr doesn't get enough credit because there's been a lot of games where he's made some big time calls at the line of scrimmage. There was one. There's a third down in the last game that he did a great job at the line of scrimmage. So both those guys are involved in it. But as far as going back, I think it's probably a longer story.
The abridged version.
Yeah.
You have one.
No, not right now.
What does make Erik really special? What traits does he have?
I'll talk to you after. Say again.
What makes Erik really special, and what traits of his are rare among centers you work with?
Well, with any position, I think he's a leader. He's intelligent. He works his tail off. Obviously, very talented. He's a really strong individual. He's quick, and when you're a center and you're in our scheme, and you can be up first guy off the ball, and you can reach defensive linemen. I think that's just a big strength of his. And then his intelligence allows him, to get us into a lot of the right calls. He makes quick calls. He's a stud. He's a really good player. I'm glad to have him back. He hasn't played in a while, so he's got to work his way back into it as well.
Rizzy was saying that he thought last week was Penning's best game, maybe as a professional. How have you seen him progress from training camp to week 1 to now?
Yeah, I just seen a guy that's put his head down and has gone to work, and in his short career, he's had some ups and downs, but I've seen consistency in his play, and that comes from he's been available for every practice, and he just keeps stacking days and improving and taking coaching from Benton and Rico, and to see a guy whose confidence is growing.
The confidence was a big part of the story with him this offseason. Have you seen that grow? With as he's kind of stacked the performances and the days and whatnot?
Yeah, no, I have. I've seen it grow, and I've seen that whole group. There's been a lot of guys in and out of the lineup, and he's been between him and Tally. Those guys have been some stalwarts for us throughout the season, and there's a lot of confidence in that. You get more snaps in the game, and you execute, and your confidence will grow. So, I think there's still a lot of room to grow, and Trevor is going to work his tail off to get to where he wants to get. So we've been happy with his performance thus far.
You had said before the season started, if anybody did deserve to have a good year, it would be Trevor. So how gratifying is it to see him step up and excel the way he has?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. I think he's a good example to all the guys that you just don't read your Twitter. Don't spend too much time worried about the outside. You just control what you can control and focus on your performance. And I know for a fact Trevor doesn't think he's arrived, and he's going to just, as long as he has that mindset, and all of our guys do, then they'll all keep getting better.
How do you think Cleveland's defensive line ranks, against some of the others that you've seen this year, and what kind of problems do you think they pose for y'all this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rank them. I just know they're a dang good scheme, dang good group of players. Probably, we're playing 95 is best defensive end in the game. So we got our hands full with these guys. They're a good team.
When you have a team like Falcons kind of playing the safeties down the way they were early in that game, how important is it to call those shot plays and force them to keep things honest over the top in terms of running the rest of your offense?
Yeah, I think we've had plenty of those calls before, and then sometimes the defense dictates a check down. And I thought Derek Carr did a great job of recognizing coverage and getting us into the right play. We had plenty of opportunities in that game to kind of have a couple plays at the line of scrimmage, and he did a great job of running the show for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.